stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nose.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Czardd coming at you right now. I hope you guys are all super excited as I am. I know I sure am. I am ready to get going. Sorry about your ears, but we gotta get the hype going. It's time to play some WoW. It's time to gold farm. It is time to go. I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you are ready to kick some butt today, because I know I sure am. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be live for about an hour and 30 minutes. So let's go, guys. Let's have some fun. Yes, I still love that old transition page. But you know what? We're going to roll with it. So I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. How is everybody doing? Let's go. The hype is for real today. We're bringing it out. We're going all out today. We're feeling great. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be doing some gold farming, going to be going after some transmogs, some achievements, doing a lot of old world content today. We might be doing some mythics later today. We'll see. We'll see if we have time. But for right now, we're going to go and get started here, shall we? Let's go. All right. So right now we're just waiting on the game to load up. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put up the game capture here. So switching on over one more time, guys. I do apologize. So, between me and you, all of us here, yesterday I did the unthinkable. I ended up selling a transmog item for 100,000 gold. It took me a couple times posting it, but we ended with that 100,000 gold. We bought every single piece of shrouded cloth on the auction house. So now we have an income of every day, basically, off that cloth. So we think about that. So I basically have pulled off the ultimate passive income gold farm. So let's go and get started here. You know, I was like, hang on. My mindset was this. You guys ready? Well, it takes money to make money, right? We all know that old saying. We all know how it goes. So I said, well, I'm going to invest it into a product that is being used a lot, actually, believe it or not. So we did sell overnight. We did sell some Tide Spray. We got 30 gold there. So these crawler meats, we're having trouble selling them off. So we're going to have to probably teleport to Orgrimmar here. So we made a total of 34 gold last night. And we're still left with a good bit of gold afterwards. So I did not spend everything. I think last night, we were working on, you know, just getting my Explorer. Yeah, I think that was it. So let's see here. 34 gold. But let's see. Now we're going to teleport back. Probably not going to go to Orgrimmar, because I don't want to cause too much lag. Let's go to Old Northrend. Old Dalaran. Actually, no, I need to go to Oribos. Hold on. I need to go to somewhere with an auction house. And that is between Shattrath. Had to think about it for a second. I'm like, okay. So, if you guys want to see the screenshots, by the way, I had to basically delete everything in my bank. Right? It was pretty funny. I had not delete everything, but basically, how do you put it? I'm gonna have to make a character just for a bank at this point, because I have so much shrouded cloth that it won't fit in my bank. It's sad, man. I'll probably have to start selling some of these gems. But for this expansion, guys, I went ahead and changed up my professions as well. You ready? So we're going Shadowlands Tailoring. Just for that additional cloth from humanoids. So Shadowlands Tailoring, and like a humanoid is like something that walks on two legs. I guess that's the best way to put it. And we're going to be selling the elixirs once we can get to them. But once we do that, we're golden. So we're going 2 crafting professions. We don't have any gathering, which I should grab one gathering, honestly, because you can make a lot of passive income off of selling that stuff. But I've had like a lot of luck in Pandaria, believe it or not, guys. Pandaland, no matter how much people hate the expansion or whatever, there's a lot of money to be made there because certain like rares will drop crazy stuff, right? So one of the best things to get for that is this, by the way, rare scanner, and this is for archaeology. Basically, it helps you measure the distance. It makes it go 10 times faster. Alright, where is the auction house here? I know there's one here. But now, one thing I wanted to talk to people today about was passive income and what was the other one? Long-term investments in World of Warcraft. Alright? So when people talk about farming transmog, that is a long-term investment because you have to post that every day. Because sometimes people undercut you, or the sale average is low. That's a big one I throw out. It's a low sell average. Why is it a low sell average? Because not everybody has 100,000 gold to spend on a transmog item, right? So it's gonna take you a while, but you get one of those big old like, as I call them, people will buy a WoW token just for and this is just not me being silly or anything, for an S-Mog item, which S-Mog is, it's not a nice way of putting, geez, that sounds awful. Anyway, it's for the ERP community, there you go. I'm trying to be not, like, overly, how do you put it? I'm trying to be like, yeah, not family friendly, but yeah, ERPers, they're crazy. They got crazy amounts of gold. They do all that stuff in Goldshire, makes them good money. Don't blame them. But if you're looking to make money in the game, your best bet is to go after, especially in transmog community, like transmogs, go after like items that are like 50 to 25k gold. So the more expensive old or rarer ones. Like I'll show you guys an example here in a second. Like the Sash of Jordan, we'll put that one, or the Staff of Jordan. That's an easy, like, no longer available item. Sometimes you can snipe it off the auction house, right? Somebody puts it for something. Like, I got 2 sashes, I think back in the day, for like, I think somebody placed them. They had them in their guild bank. They haven't sold yet because they're worth so much. And it's a common item you can get. But if you want the original Sash of Jordan, it's like it's a very niche market, right? Because you can get the Sash of Jordan as an heirloom armor. But there's some people who are purists and they say, I want the original. Right? So that's the kind of person you'd have to sell it to. So it's like, and those are very rare anymore, and we know that. And so we have to, that's why I say your crafting materials are your short-term investments, where your long-term and passive incomes, where your long-term is your, unfortunately, your transmogs. So you want to always have, and I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, I just know that certain items from a long time ago, when I first started streaming, believe it or not, 6 years ago, crazy, right? That, you know, certain transmogs are worth more than others. So, and one of the biggest sales I ever got before it went down in price a lot, believe it or not, was the glorious leg plates. One of the most, it's a very rare drop, right? But there's more efficient ways to farm it now because of the internet. So we have to think about it like that. So the way we were farming it, we were farming the elementals in Winter Spring to get the glorious leg plates. But it took, I think we had like a couple pairs drop. I never had a pair drop for me, right? It just, we had a group of us together killing those elementals, and I did get the Jade though. The Jade are another set that is worth money, so you guys need to remember that. Certain items are worth more than others. And the reason we're doing this too. Why are we doing archaeology? Well, there's money in archaeology too by vendoring it, and that's another form of income. So you're generating more money into the economy by doing so. So by selling something to a non-player, which helps your server's economy in the long run. Because remember, we can only sell stuff to other players, but we're not generating money for the economy, right? So we need to keep our economy good. So what happened when I bought all that cloth off the auction house? I inflated the price of the shadow. Let me show it to you here, guys. Give me a second. The shadow cloth or whatever it is. I forget what it was. I'll get my TSM here and I'll show y'all. So this is the item I sold. People say, "How did you sell that for 100,000?" Well, there was none on the auction house. And let's see how. This is an item I'd like to farm more of. This is the only one of these rare occasions where a staff is offhand. Okay, this is an offhand staff. How many of those are in the game? Right? Well, not a lot, to be honest with y'all. This is one I'm going to be farming, and I'm going to start looking up drop locations. Because that's an easy 100,000. It's a very rare, unique, transmog item. Because I can't even, I'll be honest with you. I can't even think of, I can't remember where I got it. I'm pretty sure it's in the Burning Crusade here, this expansion. But I gotta look it up. But it just drops off of random mobs. It's I'll have to look at, I might not, that's something we might do real quick. Hang on a second here. Let's go ahead and do that. Sanguine Star. G-U-I Star. Star. Wow. So, Wowhead, we're looking at it now. So let's see if I was correct. So you can get in the Southern Barrens, Stone Talon Mountains. Let's see. Razor Main. So this is trying to see where I might have got it. So there's a couple places that can Burning Blade Reavers, you can get it. So we might be taking a trip down to Southern Barrens here later, but that's just an example, right? So actually, we're gonna go and do that now. We're gonna TP to where you at? Orgrimmar. Stop at Orgrimmar. Look at the bank real quick. See what we need to stock up on, and that's how you do it. Honestly, that's an easy 100,000 gold right there. So I'm putting that into perspective. And those footmen spawn very quick. And we know that. So you get a team together, gold farm that. You can even do it yourself, to be honest. And that's why I'm going to do it myself. Because I don't want other people to try to outbid me on it. Because that is a very good long-term investment, right? And that's an easy 100k gold right there. I bought it for cheap. I think I bought it, is what I did. I was like, that's unique, and I'm going to take a gamble on it. So we're going to go down to Southern Barrens here. Where's the Southern Barrens? I think there's Northern Barrens. So Southern Barrens would be right here. Alright, we're going to Southern Barrens, guys. This is why I'm not a Horde player. I don't know this stuff. I'll say this. I'm originally a boy in blue. But since they're doing cross faction, I'm like, let's join the horde, man. You know what I mean? Let's actually play like the blood elf that I've always wanted to be. That I feel like on the inside, you know? Yeah. But oh god, that was awful. That was cringe. But yeah. So we're gonna go down here. There will be a lot of traveling through the old world, guys. Unfortunately, this is not unfortunately. I actually love it. I love exploring like the old places, like Valley of Trials. When's the last time that you were not a new character and you've been here? That's all I gotta say. Right? That's crazy to me. Like a new orc player, this is your starting zone. This is where I'm at right now. So, this is probably my favorite thing to do. We're now in Dorotar Spirit Rock. But, and this is the Southern Barrens as soon as we go over here, right? Let's see. Frey Island, and then this Northern. What the hell was that? Holy shit, that scared the poop out of me. Well, that wakes you up right there. Holy, I'll tell you what. Getting that big wigs telling you you're in a fatigue zone. Woo! Anyway, that's when you know you have your volume up too much. Well, we need to get some music playing. I think the in-game music is the best. So, this. Turn the music. System. Music. There we go. There we go. Oh, jeez. That is weird. Look at that on compared to the stream. Why is the sun turning up like that? Oh, we're in Dust Willow Marsh. That's why. Lol. That's not what it looks like, guys. I swear the sun looks better than that. It's not showing up. It's not encoding right. Alright, here's Seven Barrens. Black Hoof Village. Alright. But this is where Anixia is and all that stuff. I wonder if I think I've already got her locked. I'm trying to see what all we have unlocked. Oldwar, normal unlocks. Symphoria, Battleground. Yeah. So we gotta do Black Temple today too, guys. Been running that one as well. Let's see. So now we're in the Seven Barrens. Gotta figure out where to go. Let's go to forward command just so we can get that unlocked here. Gotta get these locations. There we go. Forward command unlocked. Don't get too close, or you're dead. There are rares here, so we could kill some rares. I think we are gonna snipe the rares. So if we can, get this one over here, which is gonna be. It'll show up. So, alright, let's see. Nope. I don't think he's showing up. I don't think he's here. Worth watch. So it's going to be a lot of killing these footmen here. So, these are what we're killing. Alright, let's go. Aw, dang, they murdered everybody. And you get some more cloth from that. You also get silver. So you gotta think about it like that. You get the silver. There you go. So 29 silver, that also adds up. So that is ridiculous. Alright. So with them dropping a lot of silk cloth and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, that's a sellable item that makes you some good money. It stacks at 200. So, let's go. I mean, look how fast these guys are respawning, too. That's another thing you gotta realize. They're respawning fairly quickly. So, I don't know if this is technically an alliance territory. Looks like it. That's 14 silver a piece. Now, we'd be better off just killing, like, but how close these enemies are, right? That's what we gotta take into consideration when we're gold farming, is how far do I have to move, you know, from these looters. Let's see what worth it says. Give me, and how fast is the respawn time, right? So, and how much can I one-shot them, right? How many? So what we're gonna be testing here is this just a pure money grind? Can we do well, or is this just gonna be, you know, because the average, it looks like on average I'm getting around 18 silver. So how much? 18 to 16 silver. That was an 11 drop plus the silk, so that added up. So if that's silver, how much gold are we going to be able to generate based on their respawn rate? That is the question. So, let's see. I think we killed everybody in the village. So, let's see how fast they're going to respawn. That is the true question. See, wait. And then we also got, if you have leather working, you could do very well here too. See, they're already spawning back. So, boom. See, look, they're already spawning back. This is actually, my theory paid off. Because with them spawning back so fast and them dropping, like, look, that's 75 silver right there. Region market value around 1,000 gold you could possibly get from that at most. But it's selling at an average of 35 gold. Still, that's 35 gold of profit if you want to sell it truly. So it just comes down to that, you know what I mean? So these are all one-shotted, and then you can vendor the trash items as well. That's one thing I will say. So look at that. That's an easy 16 silver right there. So yeah, well, this is a good farm just for passive, not passive, but for just pure generating silver. And then you also get the silk and wool cloth, so that does make good sense. Alright, now let's see. Waiting on a respawn. There's one on a respawn in there, and you just kill them on a respawn. Look, they're already back. So I think I found a good money generating system. So it's not using old money, which is good for the economy. We're generating new money from killing these things. So it's going to balance it out for me buying all that stuff on the inflation. There we go. From inflating the market on that one cloth. So this is how you help your server out, guys, to be honest. If you want to truly be a help to a server, and if you have the gold for it, buy all the certain material off the auction house, and then place it at the inflated price, right? And that just dropped made weave. Okay. And then what you do is you let it drop back down to the price. It's kind of like you own a majority of a stock, right? You have a share in a company, you have the majority share. So you control how that price goes up and down, right? You can control that, but once you post at your inflated price, take it off the auction house. And then you post it at the new price. And then you sell more of your thing for the less inflated price. Capitalism. Anyway, this video is going to be demonetized. But, no, it's what I truly did. I felt like our economy was pushing towards... It was pretty good. Our economy is pretty good, but I wanted to make it better. So, especially on that cloth, because a lot of the prices were freaking crazy. But, If you could get a stack, like, I just sold a, what was it yesterday? To get this 38K, I was down to 2,000 gold because I just spent it on some mounts and stuff. But say that. So, but yeah, this isn't a bad farm. It's just you get to hang out in Mogor with the beautiful music on loop and the didgeridoo playing. I think that is the funniest instrument. No offense, I love the instrument. I just, there's a magic card that reminds me of it. Anybody remember the magic card, the didgeridoo? Let me know in the comments below. It is the best magic card ever. You know, just plain and simple. I think it's actually not a very good magic card, but it's just the name, the way you say it. It's like, I play my didgeridoo for 3 mana or whatever it is. I don't know what it does technically, but you know. All right. Around that way. Give me your 23 silver. So, I'm no expert in economics, but, you know, I'm doing pretty well. You're getting an average of, I could say in an hour, I could probably have maybe 10k gold from doing this. So, if the spawn rate continues to do well here. So, right now I'm just going around, looking at any person I see, we murder, like that. There's another person. So, and these are dropping 3 different types of cloth when they do. If not, you get 30 to a good bit of silver from them. So, hey, gold, silver, silver, and that silver adds up. At least it's not copper, you know, because, well, copper can also add up. It would take 100 copper to equal 1 silver. So if you're getting, see, let's see. I think this is actually, increase your strength. Nah, I thought that would be a better one. But that's still a selling, you can just sell that straight up. So, recipe, savory dough. There we go, 12 gold. On the auction house, has a good sell rate, so 0.72 success chance of selling. I mean, is it worth me putting up the gold for that? No, I'm just gonna vendor it, because I can vendor it for, you know, it might actually just be worth. It's just worth vendoring, to be honest. I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, yeah, it's probably just worth vendor trash. So we are gonna go and vendor some stuff though. So that. Like, but we did get some really cool stuff like Manted Ember. That's an average. Like, this is all Pandaria farming, right? So this is just really good items. And you got a bunch of Windwool cloth. I mean, we might go back to Pandaland, unfortunately. And the reason is, guys, you just get so much stuff there that you can sell for a good bit, no matter what it is. So, a lot of people don't farm there either. Like, the most you'll see people farming is mounts, right? Then you can actually pull gold off bodies. It's like, I think we might do that. Actually. I just think it'll be more worth it going around killing mobs that way. If I sit there and think about it. Yeah. Just, let's see. I think we're gonna head back to the Vale here. Because we can also do archaeology there too. There's that. I actually need to see if I have enough pieces to do the orc ones. That reminds me. Where is the orc? So we're almost there. We'll head back there in a little bit. That's one I've never seen. Let's see, so...
I need a target.
Looks like these guys are preparing for war or something.
It's too far away.
62 silver. Alright. I'm like, hi there. How you doing? Just run up to him like, ah. Let's see. Alright. Now, yeah, we're going to teleport back to Pandaland now. Change the scenery up a bit. Because that's a big thing, too. I've noticed when I gold farm. I have to constantly change the scenery. So, whether it be doing it for vendoring stuff, you know, yada, yada, yada. We all know the drill. So. Plus, that's what I think one of the benefits of being a mage in gold farming is. That ability to teleport. Right, that's very important on the spot. So, it's a yes and a no. It creates another problem of its own. Like, you don't have to explore the world. But I have to explore the world to do the gold farm I do. So, no, I've actually never seen the difference between the Alliance one and this one. I'm trying to see if I can spot any differences, really. I don't think there's a whole bunch. We are going to translog here soon. But is there an auction house here? I can't remember. I don't think there is an auction house here. So, I wish there was a dang auction house. But you have to head back to your main capital. Looks like no. So, we'll see here. The Alliance got an auction house. Yeah. Nah, I don't think there's an auction house, unfortunate. Unfortunate. No, there is. No, this is the bank. Okay. Allows me to put some reagents in there. So right now, looking at this. Let's deposit all reagents real quick. Hang on. There we go. This is what we got in the bank. I think stack of 10, so 10 times 4 is 40 gold. Wait on those. But we are gonna go ahead and put these up. These are selling for about 113 each. So 113 times 8. It's about 1,000 gold. We'll go ahead and put these up. We could actually run and try to get more of those. Serenite is not doing too well. Probably buy some more of that. Reagent bank. What I'm trying to do. Right? Oh gosh, that is loud. Hang on, let me turn this down. 1 second here, guys. It's loud in my ear. I'm like, oh, my ear. Won't be able to hear after this. Oh well. But yeah, reagent bank. I think right now selling these bolts. Crafting cost. So I profit around 1 gold each on those. Oh boy, we're trying to figure it out, guys. Hang on a second. Probably gonna throw up. Not throw up, but throw some Dreaming Glory up. Because it's not bad. So about 406 a stack. So do that here in just a second. Oh, look at that. It's a pool. We didn't have that on the Alliance side, you lucky son of guns. I'll have to get a cigarette off Jester here in a second. A little bit. But I do have the total RP app, guys. We're currently working on my backstory. But right now we're kind of debating. So, why am I here? Oh, yeah. So we're going to go rare hunting. Let's go ahead and hop on my moose. He had a big old moose. He liked to drink a lot of juice. Anyway, let's go. And so we're gonna head down here. We could actually, we do need to see if the world boss is up. If not, then I wish he was up. Jeez, we do need to turn this game volume down. It is bugging my ears, man. Let's go down to about a 66% on the master volume. There we go. That actually helped. Alright, that's a lot better. So right now, what we're looking for, rares. There's also a mount you can farm here regularly. Shaw of Anger's up, so we're going to go and kill him real quick if I can get to it before somebody else does. So he drops a rare mount. So let's see if we can get it. Claw of Anger. So we literally all we got is a Claw of Anger. Okay. Yay. Well, that's the world boss done. Sweet cash of. Well, we got 16 gold. Alright. Yay! Well, we can go turn in the claw. At least for some. Settle down, bro, was the achievement we just got. Lol. So that's hilarious. Let's see. He's right down there. So we're gonna go down here and kill this guy. Alright, we got another vendor item. Let's go, guys. Alright. Oh, why am I doing that? Wrong mount. There we go. Chomp chomp. Unleash the beast. Kunlai Summit. So, let's see. Peace pipe. Just mountains and snow. Nice. This is the Panda Land. I love it. See, a lot of people hated this expansion. And I loved MoP. I personally thought it was fantastic. I mean, I understand a lot of people disliked it because of the setting. Right? And that is completely understandable and completely it's opinion based, right? You can't change people's opinion like you can't change mine. But I loved MoP. It's not because I really started in MoP, it's just because the aesthetic didn't bother me. It is World of Warcraft, and a lot of people will disagree with that opinion, and it is a controversial one. But you know, I would love to, for a casual player, right? Or like a gold farmer, this is like a dream. Okay? For somebody that regularly, see, I enjoy doing old world content personally. I don't really care about the latest expansion as much most of the time, except for the Dragon Isles. And I'll be 100% with you guys. I'm super excited. I can't wait for myself to wait till I can pre-order it and have the money to do so. Because I'll tell you what, I'm super excited. I just, it's hard for me to really hide it. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. You know, like that. But for me, I'm like, because I just read Dawn, I listened to a supercut by the Flying Butterist. Guys need to check his supercuts out. I will say there's a lot of cursing in it, a lot of vulgar language, but it made it interesting, because I usually don't read. I'm not a person who reads books. I think the way a lot of writers are boring to me, right? And it's nothing against the writer or the person writing the book. It's just the genre, like the writing style that they do is just, it's not down to earth. It's like, how do you say it? I'm not prim and proper. I don't, when I read a book, I want to sit there and hear swears and people like, you know, being real, as you put it. Because there's like, being like, that's probably the best way to put it, right, Jester? Is like, be real with some, like how people actually talk. Don't talk like, especially like, that's just why I have trouble relating to characters in books a lot, is because of that exact reason in modern day writing. But I really think that there's not enough realness in the way people articulate themselves in books. It's so, how do I put it? This is why I like Stephen King novels, because you could picture a situation like that. It puts a picture in your mind, and there's not enough writers like that anymore. And that's why I struggle to. That's one reason I struggle to read books. I can read fine now. Like, I used to not be able to read very well, but I want something to make me think, not make me like sit there and, how do you put it, feel like I'm bored. I want to be entertained when I'm reading that story. I want to be able to put myself in that character's shoes and act it out in my head, right? It's, you don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I'm reading the encyclopedia. You want to make when to upcoming writers, you want to make your book feel like these characters are, you can imagine them in your head. You want to be able to sit there and, how do you put it, make them realistic and make them come to life. You want them to basically, you want the character to be so well known that it lifts off the page, basically. Think about it like that. That's why I think a lot of modern day writing is lost, is because we don't get a lot of that. Like, I think that's another reason a lot of fantasy novels anymore just aren't selling well, is because we don't get that feeling. Like, look at Game of Thrones, right? It's probably the last big novel, like fantasy novel, that I could really get behind. And that's why it appealed to so many people, right? Till they fucking screwed it up. But anyway, controversial opinion. But, it's just, you gotta think about it through the writer's perspective. And I think that's what Flying Butter is. He makes it interesting for me, because I'm a foul-mouthed motherfucker. You know, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. This video is gonna be demonetized, but I don't care at this point. I'm like, demonetize me, let's go, rah. Nah, this is not made for kids. My content is not. I do curse like a sailor, and, you know, I'm tired of hiding it. Now, that was one thing I was going to bring up too. Guys, we are not family friendly. Like, I will drop the F-bomb, but not like over and over again, to where it's like too much, you know. But I do say it from now on. Like, when I'm talking about an opinion, I do curse. Yes, I do. And it's because I don't know. It's not that I don't know how to articulate myself in a proper way. It's because I think being improper, you know, it makes a conversation, it makes you more relatable with a person, with people. Because not everybody is proper. You have to basically be able to read a crowd you're writing to. Think about it like that. Like, I'll say this, I'm a nerd. I'm a neckbeard. I'm all of that stuff. And we are the most foul-mouthed motherfuckers you'll ever meet. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. But it's because we're passionate about what we have to say. And sometimes when you drop that F-bomb, or you drop that, you know, slur, right? As long as it's not meaning foul intent towards somebody. I think the intent is the big picture, right? The intent on which you use the word. So when I say we're all foul-mouthed motherfuckers, I'll say we're toxic with each other because we're like, that's just the way we are. We are very passionate about what we like World of Warcraft fans. We're all fucking toxic, let's be honest. We like our game the way we want it, and we all have differing opinions on it. Okay? Some people want a more casual experience. Some people want a more, like, hardcore experience where it doesn't hold your hand. I fall somewhere in between. I think there needs to be a balance. So, you got those people. And then people say, well, it needs to be more this way. No, it needs to be more that way. You're not going to, you can please some of the people some of the time. You can please, but you can't please everybody all the time. And that is a quote I live by. I'm like, it is what it is. Agree to disagree. Now, I will argue with you still because I'm just passionate about certain topics. But, like, I'll tell you what I'm passionate about. Magic the Gathering. When somebody says a card is bad, I will tend to disagree with them and start molding about it. Right? Stealing that from Yasmin Gold. I like it. I like that saying, molding. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna start saying, like, it's a rage emote. Like when somebody gets upset about something, I think that's what they're trying to say about it. Because I don't technically understand. I'm kind of ignorant to the internet culture of that, and I'm not afraid to admit it. But I kind of get the gist. It's like raging, but it's because it has been bald, right? I think is the story behind it. So, because he has a receding hairline. I mean, shit. A lot of guys get it. And that's why a lot of these streamers or content creators are starting to, like, I'm not sponsored in any way. It's not for me. Because obviously, I have long, luxurious hair and I don't need that. So, I don't have a balding issue in my family either. Like, genetically wise, we do get to keep our hair. So, now, I will say, as you get older, they do thin. Our hair does thin. Like, yeah, with the average age our family lives. I mean, that's not normal. But usually, we don't have a lot of bald guys in our family. Now, so, there you go. Talking about balding. Wonderful conversation. You okay? You okay, babe? She hit her funny bone. That sucks. She was walking by the wall and hit the wall on her funny bone. You okay? She's sitting back there cursing. She's like, ah. I understand. That crap hurts. You guys ever hit your funny bone and it's like somebody starts laughing at you and you're like, yeah, laugh it up. And I don't know why they call it the funny bone, because that ain't funny. That crap hurts. You know, I'm like, screw that. That's the way I view it. So, I will say though, I think what hurts worse than getting your funny bone, could you imagine actually breaking your funny bone? Ooh. I don't know if that's possible. Well, it is a bone. You can break any bone in your body. Just ask my hand after I punch that stop sign like an idiot. Yeah. Piece of advice that nobody will ever take. You guys ready? Don't hit stuff when you're out of it, when you're angry. Alright? Because you're acting irrational, for one, and two, you're that stop sign ain't gonna hurt you as much as it's gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt the stop sign, and it's gonna hurt you. Hurt you. Take a lesson learned. I end up fractured my hand because of it. And I was young, I was being stupid. I've never hit anything again, I'll say that. I might slam my forehead on the freaking table every now and then because it's like, ah, dang, Dark Souls. Okay, there's a rare. Where's that War Scout out? It's War Scout. This guy can drop a mount, I believe. I believe. So, but nope, no. Well, that's still it's 1,000. Like grabbing these guys is always good. Always. One thing, there is a mount that you can farm over here. Let me find it. I think this is it here. Yeah, it's this one right here. Reigns of the Amber Primordial Direhorn. And you can get that from the Warbringer. Alright, let's find this guy. Yep, we want to kill this thing. Killing rares too. Rare farming. It's a fun one as well. So let's see what they drop. So, and then you just sell these for the gold they're worth. But, yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's see. Let's go to Dead Waste. Because there's multiple spawn locations for that Pacific mount, right? You can get it over here in the Dread Wastes. The Warbringer. The Scout is different. Let's see what this one is. Let's see if he's here. Let's see if he spawned. Yep, she is here. Alright. See, just going around on your rare farms is another good one. I will say, see, we just got a toy there. So it's a mirror. So I'll have to figure out what that does. I didn't read it. But here, let's look. Take a slightly shimmery appearance. So it makes you pretty. Makes you shine. Alright, let's go see. Let's see what's up here. So, if you like the toys, that's a toy you can always farm around this area. Like the cool cosmetic toys, as I call them. Those are my favorite ones, to be honest. That was my favorite part of Pandaria, believe it or not, was that. I like getting the... What was it? Crap. I just said it earlier. Like the toys and like the pets, the rare ones. But those are also good farms to do too. Our server, we don't do too well on the pets. Like, I will say that. I've never really, how do you put it, had very much luck with the pet farming. So I don't really do it too much. Like, certain ones are worth more than others, right? But, you know, I will say, since I figured this one out last night, I have gained a lot of new stuff, so, pretty good. So, Explorer of the Dread Waste we just got. Well, that achievement's done. I think I already got the Explorer of Pandaria, but I needed it on this character. Because it's always good to have that solid, you know, map. That's one thing I will say. Like, I think rare farming's the funnest thing, because you never know what can drop. Like, you could have something, oh, I wasn't expecting that, right? To drop from that. It's like trial and error, man. So, there's a lot of, like, outfits, too. I will say, some of the, oh, stuff you can't get anymore. I'm trying to think here. Like, here's another rare here. Crawl the Blade. Like, there you go. I don't need that, so I'll just vendor it. I think you'll, like, if I sit there and think about it, you'll get more gold, you know, farming out this. Now, there's also another farm you can get 10k each. Like, you can have 5 people do it, including yourself. What you do is you get a group together, you farm these things. What I'd recommend doing it, do it on different servers. Get one person from several different servers, and then you have one on your server, and then you sell 10k, I think it's like 25k each, somewhere around there, and you get the dragon mount. That red, it's a rare spawn or whatever, so it's pretty cool. So, but you go around killing mobs, and they're like, it's a certain item you gotta pick up. I know the wolves are most likely to drop it the most, though.
I need a target.
There we go, he's dead. Thank you. Now this water strider I'm gonna start working on getting soon, though. But I think people don't know what I'm talking about. It's the... let me show you the mount section here. Like, I have the timeless drake too, so not timeless. Like, I got the axe. These are a good one, good pickup for your mount collections. There's Nimble. We'll go and do that one. But the jade serpent. It's like the serpents, right? They are a good one too to go for. Believe it or not, a lot of people. I think there's the entrances right there. Yep.
I don't have a target.
Somebody kill him already. There we go. Alright. There's another one down. And he also drops a beach ball. So, if you get that beach ball, there you go. Let's open this up, by the way. Get those materials. These are another things you guys need to keep out for, like, the stuff like that. Alright. Healing potion. Alright. Let's see here. So, I would do when I get the Explorer achievement, though, for Eastern Kingdoms and all that stuff. Alright, Zandalari War Scout, where you at? There we are. Another thing, big bag of Zandalari supplies. And then you also get the 1,000 Shadow Pine right there. See that? And that's a good item right there. Magnificent hide. Let's go. See, these are all, like, rare spawn kills. Telling you guys, there's the Warbringer. Where are we at? Where are you at, Warbringer? Guarantee he's over here.
I need to target something first.
There he is. Alright, let's see if we get the mount.
I need a target.
Nope. Still no mount. But that's okay. This is the most likely place he's most likely to spawn, by the way, guys. So, this guy drops that dire horn I was talking about. Believe it or not. So, and then the scout is the other one. War scout, there's another scout there. So, these are rares that are constantly spawning. I will say that. That's August Celestials, 1000x 1000 right there. So, just always keep an eye out, you know. Yeah, I think he's on a particular timer. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Like, I just had him spawn twice, so if that says anything. Now, that's unlikely that usually would happen, but rare scanner, best thing ever. Because it scans, like, it's like having better perception in a game, right? Like, your perception skill, it makes it better for, especially if you want to pay for your subscription with the WoW token. It's the only reason I'd recommend doing this. Or if you want to get a certain mount, you have to get that gold. It's been a thing since the game came out. You gotta have that moolah. Or no cool thing for you. So, and crafting materials aren't cheap either. That's another thing. especially if you need a lot of them. Like, I'm gonna have to be buying some recipes here soon. And I'll tell you, it's gonna cost me an arm and a leg. But I think, like, being able to sell $2.95 gear, I mean, it's gonna be worth it. Because I'll show you a piece I have in my bank here in a second that I'm still grinding for. I'll say that. It takes a while, man. Tell you what. But once I get all like, these are the materials I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need anima, soul ash, and cosmic flux to make that $2.95 item. But I don't actually have the one. Is this a rare right here? Let's see if he's the rare. So I don't know. It promises a gold. Oh, so that gives you a toy. Okay. Oh, he leads you to a rare. Okay. Okay, I see. Come here, you stupid shark. Ah. You gotta keep up with them. Let's get on my mount here and follow them here. Because they're stealing my pearl. Give me my pearl back. So, that was a new one I've never fought before. Alright. Well. Okay. Let's see now. Go ahead and turn this one in. But, that one was weird. Anyway. Oh, okay, I see. Just come back here and they'll give you the whatever, the shell. Alright. And that's a free 41 gold right there, man. There's a shell too. Be like the little mermaid up in here, man. Tell you what. That's an easy toy right there, guys. If the boss is up, go and get it. There's another one. So you got that toy collection now. Let's see, this is the area we actually need to explore over here. And I think there's another rare we could possibly get over here. So, and then I think we have almost. We just need to get this area. See? Stress the sharpener. It's right over here. Hi! That's 29 silver right there, right at the back. Alright, back on the moose. Got a big old moose. He likes to drink a lot of juice. I still got that stinking song in my head. You just stop it. You just stop it. Talon steps. Alright. Let's see. This is a rare here. You need to find like a landmark here. I think it's probably gonna be like right up here. Landmark. Explore Talon Steps. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's head to. Let's see if we can find any more rares along the way here, but I highly doubt it. Never know though. So we'll do our rounds. We'll go. I haven't been to the Jade Forest in a while, actually, to be honest with you. So let's head to the Jade Forest. The Jade Forest is all the way over here, so we got to go through Kunlai. Right. Or we can go through the Vale and explore the Vale. It's probably not a bad idea, because there's rares in the Vale you can get hit to. Certain spine like that. There's one right there. right off the bat. Soldier. And then you get experience the shadow with the golden lotus too. See, there's another toy right there. We got Kang's Bindstone. See, there we go. So that one's done. I'm telling you guys, if you guys that toy achievement or whatever, come to Panda Land. I'm telling you. I know a lot of people don't like it, but it is fantastic. It is a fantastic grinding area. We might do Valley of the Four Winds because I've never really done anything there, to be honest. And then we'll head over to the Jade Forest right after that. Let's see. Let's see these things right here. They can tend to drop a special something. I didn't get any there, but a lot of people will farm these guys up. And they will drop a specific item. It's like a very low drop chance, so you need a group to do it. Because if you hit all, it helps the respawn timer. But potentially you could make a good bit of money off the mount you can farm from these guys. It's an old farm, everybody knows about it. Especially, it's a pain in the neck farm. But these guys drop it. You can do rounds by yourself, to be honest, and go over and get these guys over there. Like I do it just while the packs are up. Like I'll stop here and take these things out, and that has massive fangs too. 5 gold apiece. I mean, you could potentially get 100 gold very easily. I mean, they're like a drop chance, and then you get golden lotus too. You can get very renowned at the golden lotus for killing these things. And I think what you get from the rep there, I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to look it up. But I think there's some good stuff you could potentially get. Like a mount, I think, is one of them. If you get exalted. And then, if you want a very specific type of flying, guys, and Jade Serpent riding, easier than ever to get it now, believe it or not. Because nobody's farming it. That's a big thing. Nobody's farming it, for one. 2, all you gotta do is go around getting eggs, and they're like 500 a piece. So, like, you get the black Jade Serpent eggs or whatever, I think what they're called. I think that's what they're called. And they are your best bet, because it's easier than ever now. And that's 3 mounts right there, believe it or not. And if you already have them exalted on one character, you can get a tabard that helps you along, which I believe Brammer is exalted. So I just have to send the tabard over here. Pretty good, right? So, what time is it? 12:42. So here in about, we're gonna take like a 10-minute break here for a sec. Go use the restroom, you know, all that fun stuff, and then we'll be back. Right after that. So we're trying to go over here to the Jade Forest. So we're gonna go up and over here. But we did pretty well. I mean, we've gained. I sit there and look. We got a lot of materials to sell. So this rare farm, and we've also gained a lot of collectibles and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I will be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Let's go. Had to get up and stretch and walk around for a sec. I've been trying to do that more. Like, just get up and walk up and down the hallway. You know, because I do game a lot. You'll probably see regular live streams. You know, I'm probably going to try to do it every 2 days or like 3 days. We'll see. Like, it's sort of along the lines, I want to take it slow. You gotta realize, I usually go too hard and I burn myself out. So I'm trying to stop that before it happens. You know what I mean? Guys, so it's like, I don't want to burn myself out, but at the same time, I know I want to make content. Because honestly, I love it. I love making YouTube videos. I love making... When I was on Twitch, I loved it, and, you know, I enjoy it. For me, this isn't a form of expression. I get to share knowledge with people, and or something I may know about, right? I'm passionate about. And whether people listen or not is their prerogative, but that's sort of the way I view it. And I'm not trying to make this channel all about, like, World of Warcraft and stuff like that. I'm like really well versed in the MMORPG universe, like RPGs in general. I love them. Magic the Gathering, TCGs, nerd culture. I mean, like sports. You talk to me about sports, I know not jack crap. All right, maybe a little bit about MMA and mixed martial arts, but that's more of like an interest in the body language of the fighters itself. So, like how they predict when somebody's about to throw a punch, right? You look for that movement in the right to left shoulder depending on their dominant hand. Welcome to the way my brain thinks. But what if they're southpaw? That's where people get in trouble, right? With southpaws, because there's more right-handed people in the world than there is left-handed, and even fewer ambidextrous people. So I think that's why southpaw fighters are so unpredictable. Is because of that. They're very hard to predict. It's not that they're unpredictable; it's that they're very difficult. They're dangerous because of that reason, right? Because they're harder to tell because they usually can use both, right? So that's why they're dangerous fighters. And most of the time, if a right-handed person can switch to a southpaw, they're dangerous as well. I mean, dang, dude. Because you don't know which way that punch is going to be thrown. You can't predict it. So that's why shadow boxing, I think, is very... People say it's a stupid method. Nah. It will teach you a lot more than people think. Even though you think you're just sitting there learning nothing, you're learning actually a good bit. You're learning to predict a fight before it happens, basically. That's about all I know about sports. I know martial combat. There you go. So that's called MMA and boxing and stuff like that. It's martial combat. Plus, I kind of enjoy blood sports. I'm that guy. I think they're interesting. It's because people think fighters are stupid, right? They think, oh, they're just knocking each other's heads against each other. No, they're actually kind of very smart people. And they're smart in a very specific way. Like, being able to predict when somebody's going to throw a punch in a split second and being able to control, you know, being able to predict a fight. You know, that's almost pre-addition, or what is it called, Lisa? Jester, sorry. Prediction. They're predicting a movement before it happens, technically. Being able to control your emotion too on that level and keep focused inside the fight and not fight angry. And that's a hard thing to do as well. I will say that. You know, that is, I think, one of the big things about like martial arts in general is, yeah, you want to you have to control yourself before you can control the fight. So, I think that's why I enjoy it. And control your reaction, because that's one thing we can control in the world, is the way we react to things, and there's a beauty in it. Or how we, you know, react to something. You know, say somebody calls you a name, how do you react is really based on your character and personality, and how well you can control the emotion behind it. And anyway, getting too serious there, getting too, well, that's just me, guys. I mean, I'm real, like, that's the way I'll put it. I don't sugarcoat anything. Really, I've never have. And I'm tired, I've been trying to, ever since I got on YouTube, you know, trying to be family friendly. I'm like, this is not being true to myself. You know, I can be family friendly, but at the same time, I got to be honest as well. So, that honesty for me is, you know, giving you guys enough respect to kind of show the difference, right? And being family, you can still be family friendly and have a little bit of cursing here now and then, because that's just the real world. Right, that's the world we live in. Those kids go to school anymore, they are cursing worse than I did in high school, okay? I'll just be honest with you. I mean, my younger siblings, I never thought this would come out of their mouth, some of the stuff they say. So just the day and age and culture we live in. You know, but for one thing, I've always realized something. They never mean they're not spitting fire to spit fire. Right? They're not saying it to hurt somebody or hurt somebody's feelings. Usually. Now, if they're kind of mad, and yeah, I will say teenagers have a harder time controlling their emotions. Like, some adults do too, I'll be honest. Crap. Not making things personal, that's a big thing. You know, not letting things get to you, right? It's still a problem we have today in this age. You know, I remember old school YouTube, nobody gave a crap, but times were different, right? There wasn't as much social, and like there wasn't a lot of backlash going on in the country. There wasn't a lot. Jeez. Okay. There wasn't a lot of stuff like that going on, you know, and we just have to, you know, adjust to the times. Because, yeah, I grew up around the time when iDubbbz and, like, Filthy Frank and all that stuff. But I know I can't act like that anymore, because the wish that they wanted, they wanted to make things more mainstream. They wanted to make the weird and unusual cool, right? But unfortunately, the way the world is going in the social situation, it's kind of had a reverb opposite effect, right? So we have to realize that, okay, we either adapt to the times or we continue being in our ways. And I will say this, there are certain things that I will adapt to, absolutely. But there are also certain things that I still hold firm beliefs in, and, you know, that's okay. I will stick to my guns on what I believe. Now, but the word we're looking for there, that is a belief. And when you believe something, does that make it fact for the world? No. that's a belief for you. There you go. Right? So, that's the way I view it. That's the way I think, personally, everybody should view it. When you go into a conversation, make sure you can handle that conversation. So, there's like certain subjects I don't talk about because I know I personally don't handle it very well. Like, I'm not going to put it out there, but if you go back to my Twitch clips, you can see it. So, go take a check that out. If the trolls want to get to me and shit. But, there's like, mental health is a big one. You know, I'm all for supporting mental health and stuff like that. I think there's a big, still, even though the day we live in, there's still a big issue. Not feeling able to speak about it. Or not feeling weak to ask for help. Right? If you need help. That's a big issue. I mean, and it hits close to home, right? Because I've seen the full spectrum. We'll just put it that way. I've witnessed it. And now do I truly understand what it's like to live in that person's mindset? No. Because but I can relate in my own way. Put it that way. Now, does that mean I'll sit there and talk to you about it? Probably not. I'm not the best person to do that with, like I just said. I'm not qualified in any way to give advice or, I can suggest you go to the doctor and maybe talk to them or go to therapy, but I'm not going to let somebody, you guys get what I mean. It is what it is. And see, I tend to go on a rant about it, and I try to, when I do talk about stuff like that, it is very, like, I'm autistic, right? I have autism spectrum disorder. I'm ADHD. And I openly admit this. I am openly autistic. I am I'm very passionate about the community and stuff. But I don't make excuses. Like, I'm a big person who doesn't use my disability as a disadvantage. I use it as an advantage. And that's where my differing, like, some people think it can be crippling and stuff like that. It's not crippling. For me, it's not. Now, for somebody else, it might be, right? They might feel like some sort of way, and that's okay. That's their opinion. But, do I agree with that opinion? No. Most of the time, I don't. And I think that's fair. I think, do I have to agree with everybody? No, I don't. But, yeah. I think it's interesting that, I'll point it out this way. Elon Musk, big time millionaire, he's autistic, but he has autism spectrum disorder. I probably shouldn't be saying autistic, but that's what I am. I have autism. Here's what it is. There's my opinion. And does it bother me? It makes some things slightly harder, I will say that. Connecting on a human emotional level is very difficult for me. It puts challenges, but I know I can overcome these challenges in my way, and it makes me a stronger person to begin with. I've had to, and this is just my story. Here's my story of autism. With autism. I was misdiagnosed my whole life. I didn't find out till I was 21, 20 years old. I can't remember exactly when. Because at this point, it's like a blur. I'm 24 years old now. So I went from age 8 years old thinking I had bipolar disorder, and to your life at 21 being flipped upside down. So I could have easily gave up there and said, you know what? I'm gonna start acting this way because I have this disorder, or B, I try to figure out ways. A, I did that, I could have did that, or B, I could have said, you know what, I have realized I've had these challenges, but I've already overcome so many of them. I'm still working on some of them to this day, and it will be a constant work my whole life, right? We know it. It is what it is. It's a lifelong thing. And I'm lucky I have a high functioning form. And I will say that. I know low functioning is very difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong. I couldn't deal with it myself. It'd be very difficult. But, you know, do I view them any differently? I don't fucking know. They just need a little bit more help than I would. That's the way I view it. I believe anybody can do what they want to do. You just gotta do it. Yeah, you gotta put your mind towards it. I've had doctors trying to tell me that this is this is that, and that's this. Well, none of the medications you ever put me on worked. You know, none of this is working for me. You're obviously not listening. So, I was like, at that point, it's time for me to find a new doctor. And, you know, I worked with the person for a bunch of years. You know, I gave him a shot. I was like, you know, that's the way it is. A lot of medication is experimentation. So, because there's not everything's going to work for you the first time. But I will say what makes it a lot easier, guys, most places in the U.S. offer this. So I'm just saying, get your geno testing. If you have mental illness, get some geno testing done, man. Because doctors will, and I'm not saying, this is not advice, this is just saying I'm advising, and I'm suggesting you guys get it done. All it is a little bit of a mouth swab. And then they find that what medications work best for you instead of all this experimentation and stuff like that. Now, I will say, not every insurance will pay for it. So if you're in the U.S., we have insurance. Not every place offers them. But if you have the availability and option to, I would highly recommend it. Instead of going through the rigmarole with bouncing around medications all the time, you know. And if you know they do offer it, a lot of times you will have to insist. I will suggest you bring it up with your doctor and say, hey, can we get this done? If you have the disposable income or whatever, yada, yada, yada. I just need to get this done. Because this medication, like, and this is what I recommend everybody do. And then there's sometimes maybe you're just overthinking it and you shouldn't do it. That's what I did. That's my story. And I will say, I'm on good meds now. I'm doing a lot better, you know. It's never 100% because you're never going to be 100%. That's just unrealistic, you know. But if anything you can do to help yourself, do it, you know. Or help others. Like, that's the way I view it, man. So, karma, I believe karma is a thing, and, you know, if you do good for others, good will eventually come back. It won't come back immediately. That's unreasonable, you know. Like, but I will say, if you do good, you get good. There you go. Do good, you get good. Sort of like how, so, let's put it in science terms. You ready? What are the laws of attraction? So, if you have a positive and a negative attraction, right? What do? They bounce off each other because, is that true, Lisa? I think I'm right. If you have a positive charge and a negative charge, what do? If they try to connect, we try to connect them. They repel off each other. Right? Something along those lines. Anyway, I'm not a scientist. But, I'll have to Google it. I'm pretty sure, though. So if you have two positive attractions, they will attract to each other. Think about it like that. If you do a positive for somebody else, and they're a positive, like, and they needed help or something, right? Well, crap, dude. You know, that could be something so similar, but that positive attraction will add up. So that positive energy you're putting out, or positive vibes, as I call it, will add up, and then it's like, you know, say you were going for an interview or something. Just watch. You've been doing hard work. It's because you put in that work to make that person's life easier. So, or make, like anything at life. If you put in the work at your job, you are more likely to be rewarded for putting in that extra effort. Whether that be something so simple as a paycheck, you know, or whatever. We've been bouncing around different conversations here and there, but here pretty soon I'm gonna have to go to my doctor's appointment. I do therapy on a regular basis, guys, so helps out with anger and allows you to vent. You know, I recommend. Now, this is something I will recommend. Anybody should do therapy. Oh my gosh, it is so amazing. It gives you time to sit there and vent your stresses. It makes you a less stressed out person. And that's their job. They're being paid to do that. Just think about it like that. Imagine your insurance is paying for somebody to sit there and not advise, but hear you out. Hear your concerns. Maybe give some advice every now and then. You know, you know, I find that amazing. Help you get through some issues you're dealing with. It's like having, I don't know, somebody in your corner to help you out, you know, to give you advice. Even though they're being paid. Yeah, they're being paid by the hospital and their job. But shit, you know, I'm like, crap, dude. I'll take that. Somebody sit there and listen to me, bitch. You know, about my problems, and then, you know, you get along with, and dang, some friends won't even do that. You know what I mean? So I think we all understand that when we have a good friend and they're just not all about the bullshit, you know. I can understand that. So that's completely understandable on their part. I'm like, heck yeah, it is. Because I personally want to sit there and I could never be a therapist. I'd be like terrible. You know, I'd be like, it takes a very special person to do it. We'll just put it that way. A very, very special person who is very patient to do it. But alright, guys, I gotta get ready for this appointment here. We're gonna go ahead and find a safe place to land here, and we're gonna see if we can finish up exploring this place first, though. I don't think we'll be able to do so, but that is okay. We'll probably just teleport to Orgrimmar after we get this area. I just want to check for one more rare. So by the end of this, guys, let's see where we ended up. We'll have to go check at Orgrimmar. So we made probably around, after we sell all this stuff, for a good bit of gold. It'll tell us. We'll check the TSM here. Here, let me exit out. There we go. There we go. Sitting there fishing and I kill you. Alright. So let's go check the good old TSM here real quick. So we made some gold here. Revenue. So we've made a total of, I'm probably sure once we vendor all this, we'll be able to tell. Let's head to Orgrimmar. That is loud, that music. Swear it's like bass boosted. Let's head to Orgrimmar first, and then we'll end up here. But we might be back a little bit later. I don't know yet. We'll see. It depends how the day goes. So let's see. Boom, boom, boom. So once we get out of here, we can see. So I think we started at like, we didn't make too much gold. I'll be honest, like gold wise. But once we sell, we should be able to check it here. let's start the vendoring. Alright. So we're up. We made around. Let's sell this gear. We gotta do that first, actually. Sell the gear off. And see if any of the gear is worth anything on the auction house that is not venderable. That's the next thing. So, see if we can make at least 1,000 gold here. So altogether, I think we're doing very good. Let's combine these motes here. 1 second. So you combine both of these. That's 2 motes. That's 227. Yeah, that was a pretty good gold farm, actually, guys. To be honest with you. We still got more stuff we got to sell here real quick. So we're selling about 300. So I think we did pretty good. And then we got some like crafting materials, like 2 of those. Yeah, that was a pretty good gold farm. I think even though it was 100 gold off selling stuff, right? We got to look at it through this perspective. We're gonna run a post scan here. Master healing potion, about 23 gold a piece for a quantity of 24 hours. 45 gold per one. So for 1 it's 3 silver. So you take that into account. We're doing pretty well. Crafting materials. And then you would sell those stacks of 5. Pick gold Kodo foot. You know, you're doing pretty good there. So golden lotus, 12. 215 for Par Spirit of Harmony. So we have 2 of those. So that's 415 gold there. Then you take your proto flesh. Then you go to fool's cap, exotic leather. You know, just in crafting materials alone, we're gonna skip that one. Silkweed. You know, magnificent hide. We're gonna sell 2 of those for 50 each. That's 100 gold. 5. We're selling quantities of 5. You know, skip that. Dreaming Glory, selling in a quantity of 5. 7 silver deposit cost. Bid. So you're looking 6 gold for 5 per one. So 6 times 5, that's 35 gold. No, it's 30 gold. Sorry. Math is hard. Emperor Salmon, you're looking at 25 gold a piece. So you're selling a quantity of 5. That's a good bit of gold. Spiced beef jerky, that's food. I won't sell that. Caffrite. Now we got a bunch of that. So that's 5 silver a piece. 75 silver snow lily. Dark moon fire water. And there you go. 50 gold. Easy 50 gold. So we sit there. We look at my auctions. What is the total value right now posted on the auction house? This is the total value I have. I have around 2 million on the auction house right now. And a lot of it is slow selling stuff, like you look at, or stuff that is very easily underbidded. Blah. So let's see what we sold, by the way. I need to check that. So I got mail. Spirit of Harmony. We sold those 204 gold. So now we're up to 38,901. You look at that, you're doing great there, right? So it's a grind, guys. I'll be honest with you. Gold farming is not easy. So, alright guys, I do want to thank everybody again for checking out this video, showing the love, showing that support. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that noti bell, hit the like button as well, because we forgot that. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.